I like what the reviewer said for Reader's Favorite. She said, "This is not a fictional tale being told for extremes, but someone's real life. I held my breath in parts, cried in others, and laughed as well. I was joyful when Caleb managed to pick himself up from the pit of being addicted and on the streets of New York to find life again. A true inspiration to all of us. It leaves the reader with a feeling of the ability to overcome almost anything."
God bless.
Yeah, and that made me, I teared up at that moment because it was like, this is someone who's never met me, doesn't know my backstory, and read my words and was that touched by it. And that's what I really want to get out there, that I hope that people will read my words and see that you can go through terrible, crazy, hard times, but you can get through it and you can really continue to follow your dreams. You stay strong and you dream big, and you go for it, it's possible. If you don't mind, can I read a little bit?
Love to have you read it.
So this is actually last year, Gay Pride. The day of Gay Pride parade, I walked out of my room towards the bathroom I shared with the 40 other guys living on that floor. And I was pretty shocked to see a pile of human feces just laying against the wall in the hallway. What a piece of my life had become, literally. I was living a life surrounded by and I couldn't wait to get out of there for the day. I went down to the cafeteria where they served 3 meals a day and got lunch. The food was not anything to write home about, but I was grateful for it on the days when I literally only had pennies to my name. After lunch, I made my way into Manhattan and used the other half of my bi-weekly government assistance money to buy a giant bottle of vodka and some snacks at the parade festivities. I ran across a private party in a random park where I pretended to know the host and was allowed entry. I ended up drinking for free the rest of the day and don't remember much except for the gay couple I saw sitting on a bench just holding each other. Even in my drunken haze, I could remember thinking how sweet it was and how badly I wished I had someone to love me like that. Someone to hold me while I was going through some of the worst emotions I had ever felt in my life. I thought about how different my life would be at that moment if Liam had been different, if he had let go of his ego and really let our relationship have a chance. F him and F everybody else for not being there for me and letting me end up like this. Maybe they would all be happier if I was dead. Maybe if the people in LA got a call from some random case manager in New York telling them that Caleb was dead, they would all live a better life without me. Drink, drink, drink. Drink the pain away and the thoughts away, and maybe I can finally be free of all this S that was my world. I drank a lot that day, and somehow I made it back to the Y in Queens, and I woke up in a twin-sized bed sick as a dog. I threw up and even threw up some more. I tried to eat some food, but I couldn't keep anything down. Not even water could rest in my stomach at this point. I must have had alcohol poisoning again, and it was complete agony. The vomiting lasted through the next day. I think maybe I got 2 hours of sleep during those 48 hours. The chills and then the sweats, the head pain, and the hunger I couldn't satiate were driving me insane. I honestly felt like I was going to die, and at that moment, I didn't care. I didn't call for help, and I just let myself suffer through it. Self-punishment, I guess, for the life I was living. I didn't want to go on anymore. I looked around the room at that plastic grocery bags filled with vomit and the empty vodka bottles littering the room and said to myself, if you make it through this, you have to quit drinking for real. You have to give it your all.
God bless.
And thank God I did.